So today we're taking a look at how to use Pose Player. This is if you want to use different poses for your Sims. Now, if you're talking about a movie, sometimes you'll talk about who's in the movie, what the story is about, how the movie looks. This would be like the actors, the writers, the cinematographer. But a lot of times what people don't mention is the editor, and an editor can make a film look very different depending on how they actually edit the film. And the reason we mention this is because this this episode was actually going to be Fashion Runway, and we were going to do our first set of mini sets. Oh, hold on, this is a photography set. We'll tell you about that probably in another episode. But mini sets would be like 4 or 5 links to pieces of Fashion CC you can use in your game or furniture. But as we went along, we said, you know, this is really more about posing the Sims, so we're going to tell you about that instead. That's what this episode's going to be about. So, the 2 mods you need are going to be Teleport Any Sim and Pose Player. So to use these, you would open up your game in build mode. You see these statues here? You would place them wherever you want your Sims to be standing, or sitting for that matter. So the way we've used it is we're going to actually have some audience members here. So then you go back into live mode, and you would click on your Sim, and choose Pose by Pack, I believe, and then choose the pose you want. Now, you have to be quick about this, because if you don't hit it right away, they'll just wander all over the place. See how he's kind of levitating here? So we'll do it again with this other Sim. In live mode here, you click on the statue, you click Summon Sim, or Summon Sim or Teleport, just take a look at the screen, and then Pose by Pack. Now this is a static pose here on the left, that is one pose, and on the right we're using all-in-one. Now some creators actually do this where you can actually cycle through each pose, so it gives more of like an illusion that they're moving around. So you can see on the screen we're doing all-in-one on the second Sim. And we're just going to do this on the other side. Now we're actually changing the pose this Sim is using. She's sprawled out here. And we're just changing it to something a little more decorous for our fashion show. Alright, so we've placed all the Sims in here. See, here he is on the right side, that's an all-in-one. And the right all-in-one here too. And the one on the left is static. What we're doing here is we're doing Summon Sim or Teleport Sim and choosing a static pose, like a single pose, just to keep them in place until they start walking down the runway. By the way, once you've gotten the mods, you actually have to get an unzip file program to actually unzip the files before you can use them. Everything you need will be pinned in a comment below. So since we don't have an animation for the Fashion Runway, we're just clicking at the end of the runway and selecting Go Here. And then we'll select Go Here again, and then walk back up. On this round, though, we're going to select Go Here, and then select a pose. So when he comes down to the end of the runway, he's actually going to strike a pose. So here we go. You see, you click on the Sim you've selected, put into the statue. Once it's activated, you can just continually click on that Sim and just keep changing the pose packs. Here we have another one. He's going to pose as well. So that's basically how you use poses. And to get poses, you would just literally just search Sims for poses. You'll find a ton. Standing, sitting. You can stage your Sims to look like they're at a picnic or outer space, who knows. Oh, actually, if we haven't mentioned, these are the fashions we're going to use for the Fashion Runway for the first mini set, which would be florals for your male Sims. So we're actually just going to put the information for that CC in a pinned comment as well. Now, we did mention there are tons of different poses you can use, so we're just going to sign off here. But we're just including one more, which is more outlandish. So it's just vampire poses. Whether you have a vampire pack or not, you can actually put a vampire in your game. So that's how you use Pose Player and Teleport Any Sim. Happy simming, and talk to you in the next episode.